Which NFL first-year head coach will have the most success this season? The biggest impact? Jeff Hafley, Klint Kubiak, Jesse Minter, or Joe Brady? I'm going to go ahead and eliminate one right off the bat, and that's Jeff Hafley. I don't think he'll have the most success, and it's debatable on whether he'll have the least success or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate him right off the bat. I'm not sold on Malik Willis at quarterback. You lost Jalen Waddle. You didn't do too much in terms of replacing him. I am not sold on Jeff Hafley this season. Next season could be a different one, but this upcoming season, now that leaves three names: Klint Kubiak, Jesse Minter, and Joe Brady. Two of these are really interesting because two of these are playoff contending teams year in and year out, and that's Buffalo and Baltimore, the Bills and the Ravens. Jesse Minter, first-year head coach, was the defensive coordinator under Jim Harbaugh at both Michigan and Los Angeles Chargers. He learned under Jim Harbaugh. He learned a lot of what works and what doesn't. He learned what he likes to do, and what it seems like Jesse Minter is going to want to do is run the ball. Jesse Minter has two great options. He has Lamar Jackson and he has Derrick Henry. He has speedy Lamar Jackson and he has bruiser Derrick Henry, who in the open field is a lot faster than he looks. So is Jesse Minter going to be the option? Then you have Joe Brady with Josh Allen revamping that offense, trading for DJ Moore, really trying to solidify that defense through the draft and through free agency. Could it be him? Could it be the wild card, Klint Kubiak in the Raiders? Clint's probably in the toughest. Him and Jesse Minter are probably in the toughest situation, competing in the AFC West and the AFC North. But let's think about this. You have Tom Brady, minority owner, so he's in the building. He's around the team, passing the knowledge along, grooming first overall pick Fernando Mendoza. Hey, I'm not saying that they can do it this season, but I'm not saying that they can't. The Raiders could shock some people this season. Now, I don't know where that is right now because the AFC West division breakdown is still to come, as is the AFC North. But in terms of success, in terms of how dominant or an impact a coach can have, I have to think that has to be Klint Kubiak because, okay, so the bar is set higher for Jesse Minter and Joe Brady. Bills were a playoff team last year. Bills and many people think that the Bills should have won the Super Bowl this past season without Patrick Mahomes, without Lamar Jackson, without Joe Burrow in the playoffs. That was Josh Allen's easiest path to the Super Bowl, and they didn't get it done. But the bar is set high for Joe Brady because of the pressure of New York, because of the pressure for Josh Allen. The bar is also set high for Jesse Minter, learning under a coach like Jim Harbaugh, having quarterback Lamar Jackson, and year in and year out being in the playoffs. So in terms of who's going to have the most success this season, I think success, it should be judged on how high is the bar set. No one's really thinking Klint Kubiak's coming in and making this a Super Bowl winning team this season. Nobody's thinking that the Raiders can make the playoffs this season outside of Raider Nation. But in terms of success, for me, the easiest route would be Klint Kubiak. It would be Jeff Hafley, but I'm just not sold on Jeff Hafley. I believe in Klint Kubiak because he has a veteran quarterback in Kirk Cousins. He has the first overall pick in Fernando Mendoza. He has Ashton Genty at running back. He has Brock Bowers at tight end. He has decent wide receivers to really implement a great scheme. He has fast receivers. They beefed up the O-line in the offseason. Max Crosby is back on the team, and they got all those extra defensive players. So my pick for this is going to be which first-year head coach will have the most success. My pick is Klint Kubiak. It's Klint Kubiak. Those that will be watching the shorts, the reels, the full breakdown will be on YouTube. Go check it out. But I just think that Klint Kubiak can do it. And how I'm going to judge this is how high the bar is set. Jesse Minter and Joe Brady are up here, whereas Klint Kubiak is not. No one's putting that pressure on him other than the organization to turn it around. That's why they brought him in here. But I think Klint Kubiak has the most success out of the four names mentioned. Now, that's not saying that I think Klint Kubiak and the Raiders are going to be better than Jesse Minter and the Ravens, that they're going to be better than Joe Brady's Bills. I think he will have more success because he will have done more. Like, he will exceed the expectations. The expectation is not to have a top 5 pick. The expectation is to show that you're turning the organization around. And I think Klint Kubiak can do that. You have Tom Brady. You have the defense I just talked about. You beefed up your O-line. You have a veteran willing to teach the rookie. Kirk Cousins understands his role. He may not like it, but he understands it, and Kirk Cousins will teach Fernando Mendoza what he needs. Plus, Mendoza is going to be groomed by Tom Brady. This is crazy because Tom Brady owned the Raiders and the whole Tuck rule thing. And it's like a full circle. Now Brady is part minority owner, and we're talking he could help turn this franchise around. So Klint Kubiak will have the most success this season, I think. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Hafley, Kubiak, Minter, Brady, which coach do you think will have the most success? How are you judging their success? Is it expectations? Is it like, hey, whoever wins the most games? How are you judging their success? For me, the bar is set lower. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Which NFL coach will have the most success? Which will have the biggest impact in year one of their coaching career?